Hey everybody, Andy here, aka Montolio, and we are back for another Vintage League. And today we're going to be playing some Ravager Shops. And yes, that is a Lurrus of the Dream Den you are seeing in your sideboard. And long time ago, when Lurrus was pre-errata, there was a Lurrus Workshop deck running around, and it wasn't really very good, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm not sure that this one's going to be any better. One of the cards I do remember running in it was the Ozolith, but we're not going to run that today. I think their flex spot's going to be the Vexing Bauble, and we just have a whole bunch of good stuff spells in here. Really, the only change to this list and the one from previous is that we have Patchwork Automaton now, and we also have Urza Saga and Vexing Bauble. Otherwise, this is very similar to what I was running probably 5 years ago. And the deck wasn't very good, but we're going to try it out today. I've been having quite a bit of success with Ravagers recently, and I mean, just nobody plays them. And any of the fair decks are going to struggle against this type of deck. Where I have trouble is when I'm playing against something like Jewel. Jewel just runs over me. Last week I played in a challenge and ended up running the Swiss, and there was only one Jewel deck in the top eight. I got paired against the eighth place player and ended up just getting steamrolled. And it was I felt like every other deck in the tournament I had a good match against, but or a reasonable match anyways. But we're gonna see how we do today, guys. So if you haven't done so already, click that button over on the right side of the screen. Like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys round one. Okay, we won the die roll. I have no idea what my opponent's playing, but we're going to reveal our Lurrus. And almost assuredly, no one's going to see this coming. We have another Lurrus here. Is his hand any good? Yeah, it's probably not unreasonable. Surprise! Hopefully we don't get fatal pushed here, but there is a reasonable chance that does happen. Or Bowmaster for that matter too, but we just got to play this guy out first because if we get away with it, he's just so powerful. Time Walk, okay. Not liking my chances as much after that Time Walk, but Ponder, okay. That's good news for me because that means it's not as likely they're going to get a Bowmaster here. Deathrite. Okay, so this is Bug. So we do need to be somewhat worried about Collector Roof coming down. I was not expecting to see a Bug deck with Lurrus here. I mean, of course it's a thing, but it's nowhere near as popular as Esper and Blue and Black. Okay, so this is awkward. Hopefully they don't have main deck Force of Vigor. That would be pretty bad too, but this would be kind of a crappy Force of Will. Oh, they got Daze. Okay. I am going to proactively do this now. I just don't want to get hit by a Bowmaster. Yeah, okay. Okay. This does make my Lurrus a lot worse. Probably just an Ancestral, I guess. It's a possibility ours, the Saga, could be really good here. There's my play. That was aggressive. Oh no. That was my ticket to Lurrus Town here. It's a good draw. Next turn I can Wasteland them, and it's pretty powerful. Decay, yep. If they want to trade one of their death rights for my factory, I will do that. It makes their mana denial strategy. Okay, just gaining some life. Obviously, Wastelanding here is not fantastic for me, but I don't think there's any reason to pull Lurrus right now. They're all death rights, I'm all lands. I can eat both two of my creatures here anyways. pretty strong if I can resolve it. Okay, it's in. Like I have a number of cards that can come off the top and really change the scape of the game here. Stonecoil is one of them. Ballista is another. Let's see if they do anything about this here. Can't be abrupt decayed. It can be pushed, obviously. That's bad news for me if they have push, but gaining life off my serpent. The life gain could be good here for Lurrus. Got decay. Okay. Wonder if they're going to pull Lurrus here now. Just gaining some life. These death rights are really doing a number on me here. Yep. I guess I need a ballista off the top here to really shore things up because I'm dead. Well, not necessarily next turn. 6. If they find a swamp, they could. I'm probably going to have to wasteland my tomb here. Fatal push the card that scares me here. Nothing I can do to stop it, but I'm still going to put the Chalice on 1 here. Negation. All right, well, let's get in. We don't need to react here yet. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I do think we want dismembers here. Perhaps we want Caracas. I could see Disruptor Flute, in all honesty. Putting it on something like Deathrite Shaman just has so much power to it. Like, it essentially shuts the card down. Okay, good hand. They did not reveal a Lurrus, so they are in on energy flux here. Hopefully there's not an Ancestral. I'm going to Wasteland here. Love to find a Mox or a Black Lotus. I don't anticipate this to resolve, but I'm casting it. Interesting sequencing there. Stern Scolding, interesting. All right, well, I mean, look, they've got a Wasteland. It's a bit of a bummer for me, but we've got a lot of lands in our deck. I have another Stern Scolding? Or is this Consign? Stern Scolding, so cool. Okay. We have 2 nice plays next turn if we don't get Wastelanded. And they do have it. Gonna get this guy going. And hopefully they've stalled on land here. And they haven't. Collector Roof? Or is this a frog? Bush, okay. That feels like a waste of that for them. Why would they be so aggressive on a 1-1? I don't think that was very good, to be perfectly honest with you, because here I am coming down with like two way better spells, right? Love a Wasteland or a Sphere here. Put this here first in case they make a play that I can plop it on the factory. It's for exactly this reason. So that was a proper sequencing there. Okay. They did shuffle. I mean, I'm just going to get in. Okay, here we go. I really have enjoyed playing Mishra's Factory recently. Since the restriction of me finding my way back to Ravager Shops, I have found the card to be very powerful. Like, it's been good in a lot of spots. Okay, they've cycled. Is that dig through time? Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Unfortunately, I mean, I can obviously kill it, but and I probably should just pay the life and do it here. Thing is, do I save this for Lurrus? They don't have Lurrus. I just want to play around negation here. Okay. Nice clean 2-0. Okay, here we are, round 2. W Wolf, mostly an Oath of Druids player. I did play them in the challenge last weekend, and they were playing a Hate Bears deck. Oof. Can't keep that. I'm going to put 2 back here. Unfortunately, I think I just have to gamble. This is not how I would write it up, but yeah, I was going to say I could see them countering this. So this does look like Oath. Yep, it is. If they had an Oath, they would have played it. we're reasonably well prepared here post board. Okay, so they're going to get the oath here. We could just scoop it up pretty much. Let's see what they do though. Show and tell. Yeah, well. Don't see Grizzlebrand that often anymore. Atraxis just being the go-to. I really like Steel Overseer, but I feel like it is a card that closes a little bit too slowly for me. And Hurkyl's Recall can just send it back, so I think I'm going to try this out. Wouldn't mind having the hanger backs. I'm just not sure how I fit them. They could put Pithing Needle in for Boseiju, but I don't really feel like that's powerful enough. Okay, this is a really nice looking hand if I can get it to go. They do have the force. Okay. I'm not going to sit back here and play coy. I realize if my opponent drops an oath, I'm in a lot of trouble here, but I just feel like one of the ways you have a chance of beating this deck is by applying max pressure. Sitting back does not typically work. Could be a Force of Vigor. Oh, Lotus, okay. Oh, Show and Tell. Yikes. Yep. Maybe I should have been more aggressive in my mulligan, going and looking for cages and Caracases, but I just feel like this match is so bad that you just need to go for it. Not go searching for bullets. Very disappointing. And Force of Vigor here too. Yeah, we're dead. All right, a little bit anticlimactic, guys. I mean, that's what you call a ripe ass pounding, but we're going to try and make it up the next three. Here we are, round three. This whole player only has one result on Oath of Druids. I'm really hoping it's not Oath of Druids or this league just went into the dumps, because I can't really beat Oath of Druids with any efficiency. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Only bad piece is we didn't win the die roll. And if this is bizarre, we could just be in a world of hurt anyways, but let's see what we're up against here. And I think this will dictate how, ooh, okay, how we play our game here. I mean, our hand is reasonably redundant. So this is likely Dredge or Scam. And probably Dredge. I guess I want Steel Overseer the most. And we could definitely lose from here. Here you go. They didn't bizarre. Weird. Oh, my opponent must be new to Vintage. Oh, I got punished for not playing the bauble. That was a good finding a creature here. Maxing bauble, I guess, makes the most sense here. I can cycle it. I mean, there are a number of spells here that can pull us right out of this. Ballista, Hangerback Walker, Snake could go a long way. Interesting. I guess I'll take this 4 here. Okay, well, I mean, look, this is not optimal. They have bridges. Don't see bridges yet. We got to try and get in here, guys. That's 10. Next turn, I might be able to kill them. Maybe. If they do this wrong. Okay, them getting a Narcomoeba is good, and Chill is good as well. So they hit a Troll, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, another Narco. It's going to be hard for me to get through here. Yep. I guess a Ballista will do it for me. Well, I guess I'll see if my opponent can make a mistake here. They're probably just going to get in front of all three and we just die. Yeah. All right. We could have got close, but not quite. But the good news is we get a lot better post board. Like we just have a lot of hate. Need to cut 5 cards. And they're all good. Every card has relevance here. $61. Can't keep that one. This one's good as long as I don't get hit with vigor. Look, if they got a vigor, it's going to be bad. If they don't have a vigor, it's not the end of the world. Wow. Okay, a hollow one really changed the landscape of that for sure. Yep. Grief gets me pretty good here, but okay. Look, I mean, I can play the sphere out and just say go, but that's not what I've signed up to do here. Make them have the vigor or the force. They didn't have it. Okay. Geez, a triple amalgam. That's pretty brutal. I feel like I'm going to have to gamble here. Next turn, I will be way ahead and I can slam a sphere. Yep, I'm going to take it. Okay, it's in. Could save that for patchwork. I'm just going to get it in. Now my guys are all bigger than all other guys. And yes, they could potentially discard and start draining me here, but this is going to get out of control quickly on my end. I don't think they've been exposed to the Overseer power here. Actually, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have played that. Because now they can play over top of my sphere. That was a big mistake. For exactly that reason. I get to untap and kill them here. But that was a mistake. It should have been the factory not turning on their stuff. All right. Okay, run into Doomsday. Unfortunately, we did not win the die roll. Can I do it with this one? Gonna try it. My opponent thinks I'm on a control deck, so they might be surprised when they see shops. So the way we're going to sequence this is we're going to go Patchwork Automaton, Ancient Tomb, play Black Lotus, play Mox Opal. That's 4 additional mana, which will allow us to play Revoker into... Oof, geez. Okay. See this getting countered. There's no way to play easily around it. If they want to counter it, they can. It is in. This one might get a counter. If it doesn't, this is so sweet for me. Yep. Okay. I'm still naming Black Lotus. Street Wraith is not lost on me, but just makes it harder for them to win without the Lotus. And I'm going to be applying a significant amount of pressure here. Okay. I would love to find another land here so I can do hangerback Ravager things, or attempt to. Uh-oh. Wow. Never knew if I was going to find a land. That was a good turn from me. I do think Disruptor Flute is worth considering against Doomsday. All right. That's a good one. Look, it doesn't have a lot of control outside of the flute, but as evidenced by last game, like these hands can just take right off. I do have to unfortunately start deploying here. Yep, I'm going to sabotage. All right. Look, it's not great, but we're getting our 1-1 going, guys. No mana, okay. Well, we're looking for Wasteland, Strip Mine, Sphere, Thorn, Trinisphere. Those are the cards we want. Okay, they're going for it. Going for a Lotus here. No, of course they're going, well, I'm not sure what they're going for. Ancestral? Imperator, okay. Ooh, guys, what a draw. Do I play around days? Yeah, I play around days anyways doing this. This was a huge draw, the sphere. I've got 3 direct damage here. Okay. It's not a Doomsday. I just win right here, unless they've got something. Oh, wow, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Doomsday just kills them. Looking for a consign. Activated ability. Okay, easy win. Okay, we are in round 5. I believe I'm playing against Dredge. I don't think this is a hand I can keep. This is a really powerful hand. I feel like I just need to find a wasteland. Like, this just is not really good enough. Yeah, that confirms it. So I feel much better about things. Okay, much better. Down to 4. I'm definitely keeping Steel Overseer. Definitely keeping Strip Mine. I don't actually think I have the luxury of keeping the second waste effect. I did win the die roll. What do I want, Ravager or Patchwork? Probably Patchwork, and I think I keep the Lotus and just make a big turn 1 play. And we just have to hope. I don't think it outweighs drawing cards and being able to play them. Giving that up with the Lotus for the extra 1 power. Like, this is our best chance, our opponent mulliganing really low, and us getting them with the actual Strip Mine. So it looks like they're holding on 3. We probably could have got away with the six, the really powerful six with no wasteland if I knew they were going to mull so low. But of course, that's an irrelevant statement. Just looking at hindsight, because I often consider keeping those hands, and I do sometimes. Hopefully, they don't have a good dredge hand here. They just one dredger or something. Interesting. They got vigor. I'm going to play this now. They did hit the Graves roll. And hopefully they don't have anything. Yep, mulled to 3 and found a second Bazaar. A little disappointing. But that was the risk. I didn't keep the second Wasteland. And, you know, if we did, we would have a chance here. So let's see what we can find. Just not going to be enough, but let's try. I do have an Icarid. This does get out of control quickly. Do I want to trade my Patchwork for their 4 guys? I don't think so. Also an interesting decision point. Should I have kept the Ravager or should I have kept the Patchwork? Lots. Couple Silver Smolts coming in here. Pretty much dead here. 29 life. All right. Well, let's try that again, shall we? We look a lot better post-board, folks. I really do like the hanger backs, but I'm tempted to cut the tomb because of it turning on my opponent's bazaars and things like that. But if I need to cast a ley line later, it's quite nice to have it. Patchworks just get big so quickly. I do like them for that, but maybe I just want stone coils more. It's a pretty damn nice hand. Can I protect this Disruptor Flute? That's the question. I can if things work out here. So this doesn't actually work. I don't know if I should lead with a sphere here or I should gamble with the disruptor flute. I think I'm going to just gamble here and I'm going to play the sphere and I'm going to try and set up for next turn and hope to recuperate. If they have a vigor, I feel very smart here. But I could also get this disruptor flute taken out of my hand too by a grief potentially if this sphere doesn't get countered. I know maybe I should just be going for ley lines. I don't know. Disruptor flute is a card that I'm testing out, and I have not been crazy about it in my testing so far, but certainly very good in a matchup like this. Really would like to avoid a hollow one here if possible. Okay, that's a good one. Do I play this cage? I don't even know that I do. Although it's pretty damn good, isn't it? I guess I'm going to. Let's just get going here. Let's get on with our life, guys. If they do have a vigor, it's pretty unfortunate, but they need to have vigor. They need to have a land that can get over top of my sphere. No reason not to just get pumping here now. You're probably looking at me if you haven't watched my other Ravager videos and go, why is this guy keeping Hangerback Walker in their deck? The reality is that Hangerback Walker is a card that I've had really good success against Dredge, where I can just block a whole bunch of stuff, sacrifice them to Ravagers, untap, and alpha strike with it. Like, it's been really neat how powerful it has been. So we are looking for a ley line in our opener. That's not going to do. Much better. What do you want to put back? Very nice looking 6 from us, with our best piece of hate and Leyline, and our second best piece in Wasteland and Graph Diggers, with a healthy amount of creatures to get things going. Feel pretty good about this. They've kept on 5. Okay, solid 4-1. This deck felt really good today. Obviously, we played against Dredge twice, and I've had a very strong win percentage against Dredge out of the shops decks I've been playing over the last number of months. Leyline of the Void, I am a firm believer, is an absolute must in a world of Dredge. And we've got 4 cages here, a Pithing Needle, a Disruptor Flute, and the 4 Leylines, in addition to our Wasteland package. Just very hard for Dredge to be able to beat this deck. Like, I would say I'm beating Dredge like 80%, if not higher. Like, probably the last 10, 12 matches, I think I've only lost once. So do the math. But, and not to intone that you can't lose to Dredge. You certainly can. I don't need to tell you what Dredge keeps a 7 with, a couple hollow ones and Force of Vigor and backup Bazaars. It's pretty hard to beat. But anyways, guys, I do think this deck has a pretty good game against Lurrus builds in general. And as you saw, Doomsday, we cut it down in half. And I would think that I'm not favored against Doomsday, but maybe Doomsday's cheating on the amount of artifact hate they have. The number of times I've played it's like maybe 3 or 4 in the last few challenges and leagues, and I have not lost to it. So I'm not sure what that means, but it's not my previous experience when I used to play with Ravager Shops against Doomsday, but maybe I've just gotten better at the matchup. Hard to know for sure. But, of course, the true boon of this deck is Jewel. And as I've said, even in my loss to it top 8 last week, like, we do have good game. It requires you to keep, first of all, when the die roll is important, and you need to have things like Revokers and Spheres and with Wastelands to gum them up. I kept pure aggro side of my deck, knowing what I was playing against, and it did not pan out for me, which was expected. I got really close, but that doesn't matter. But everything else, again, Oath of Druids, of course, is another weak spot for this deck. I did try and shore that up before this league with the 4 Graph Diggers, Cage, and Krakus, but of course it just never came to be. My opponent had really nice hands, and we just got steamrolled. But another solid 4-1, guys. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe, most importantly, and we're going to see you next time.